Let's see. Let's see what we working with. Let's see what we working. Did I do it right? Did I do it right? What's that? Oh, that's actually Facebook, I think. Yeah, that's Facebook. And as far as Twitter is concerned, yeah, don't think it's quite working on Twitter. I think I messed a step up. That's not. I don't know. It ain't working. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. It ain't working. What if I do YouTube? Let me check that one. I don't know. I thought I did it right. I thought I followed the. The steps. Let's see. Yeah, so that one's good. Okay, cool. All right. Let's get the chat up on the screen so I can see what's happening. Okay. And I'm going to make sure get this record going. A little bit out of practice. Here. All right, and your mic is right here. Bring you up just a little bit.
Yo.
I'll turn you up a little bit more. Okay. And I'm just going to run the theme song just for context. Here we go. Oh.
Already messed up.
Yeah, here we go. All right, that's recording. What's going on? What is happening? It is we back. It's the SmartGuyz Tech Podcast back on the airwaves after a little bit of a week hiatus. I'm your boy Smart Guy, Big Q, and look who's back from the road.
That's right. Your boy Keon X is in the building. What up?
So, traveling man, how's it been going?
Yes, sir. It's been going well. I got out of the South. Well, not really. I got out of North Carolina for a bit.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You know, I'm leaving y'all behind.
Yeah. They give you a fresh view of because you left Charlotte and went to the mountains, right?
Yeah, I went to the mountains. Yes, sir.
But you was there for a couple of years though, right?
I was there for 5 or 6 years.
Oh yeah, so you kind of escaped the buzz of Charlotte like for a little while.
Oh, yeah, but Charlotte's whack.
Yeah, it got a little crazy. I like it though. But now you're on the road. What's good with you, man? Check in with the people.
I'm going cross country, and when I make my final destination, it's gonna be a party up in here, Q.
Oh, okay. I like the sound of it.
Currently, I'm in DC though, so you know.
Okay, all right.
Living
Sounds good.
But
Sounds
when
good.
I get to the final destination, it's gonna be a party. I
know that's right. So I'm excited. You know, I got to sign my second NDA of the year the other day. I was excited.
Did you do it right? Because you've been dropping some stuff online.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Look. I know what my limitations are, right?
Okay.
I know what I can and I can't do, right? You know what I'm saying? But I can say this much: the excitement is real, bro. Like some of the things that they've shown us that we've got to see, I'm excited for. Only thing, the one thing that I've been wanting to see, and I've been talking about this for weeks on the show, I still ain't got a chance to see it yet. Only in renders and stuff on that I see online and things like that. Is that watch, man?
Yeah. They're not about to tell you that.
You know, that's the main thing that I kind of got my eyeballs on right now, and that kind of thing. Christina C.J. Johnson is in the building. Hey, look who I found, Christina. Look who I dragged off the road.
Me? Me? I was never lost.
Oh, you was never lost. Okay, you was never lost. But in your travels, what's been going on, man, in the past week, man? I think the people missed you.
What is
I think the people missed you.
What's that?
Oh, I'm playing with my pen, and I should have did that. But yeah, go ahead.
Nothing. I mean, I'm here. Yo, got an infected
what's
finger.
up with that? Explain that. You all come back to the show all bandaged and bruised. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. So the last day I was in one of the last days I was in Asheville, I went hiking with a friend, and we were swimming in the river and stuff. And then the next day, I got like a bump on my finger. So I'm just like, okay, this is whatever. I'm gonna let it do its thing, heal up or whatever. A couple days go by, it still hurt. My fingers hurt, and I'm just like, okay. So I wait until. Because it's painful. Like, it's painful to touch. Every time I go to sleep, it's like super painful. So it's been driving me crazy. And then last night, it was hard for me to go to sleep. My fingers in pain and stuff. So I'm just like, let me go to the doctor. Let me go to the urgent care and see what's going on. And the thing was infected, bro.
What?
It was infected. And the doctor's like, yo, why'd you wait so long? I was like, I thought it was going to heal up.
out there in the woods messing around with stuff. Like, come on, bro.
Hey. But hey, they fixed me up. They said it's gonna, I'm glad they came in when I came in, so it didn't get too infected. But it's gonna take a couple days, and I'll be back in the saddle.
Oh, that's cool. Well, look, I'm glad you. It ain't too bad.
It affects. It's my right hand though. I'm right-handed, so I can't. Gaming is weird. Writing is weird. Texting, bro.
It ain't your thumb, right? For somebody like you, if it had been one of your thumbs, you'd have been in bad shape. You know what I mean?
My thumbs, I would have been like, you know what?
That's the finger that just the controller just rests on that finger. That's all it does. You don't really
no. Well, my controller, I got like back buttons, so like I need like if you think of my controller,
you got some fancy stuff. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Okay.
And then writing is weird. Like it's a thing, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so you get for being out there in the woods like that, man.
I had to experience Asheville rightly, before I left.
I guess so. What she say? She said just cut the whole hand off at that point.
If it were my thumb, just cut the whole hand off. I don't know about all that.
Because I can only imagine what it looked like. It probably had like a big green bubble coming off the side.
No, I don't. I'm not going to show you the pictures. I did take a picture,
okay.
But no, it wasn't that bad. No, if I cut off my thumb, I'm getting like a robotic thumb. I'm being cyborg.
That's right. You gotta have them thumbs, bro.
Yeah,
you look in this day and age, you gotta have a thumb, cybernetic or whatever. You gotta have something. You know what I'm saying?
I already told people like, yo, if anything happens to my limbs, man, I'm turning into cyborg, like straight up.
Yeah. So I feel like we have a pretty good show. I mean, look, I ain't gonna bog the show because I know we got like 9 or 10 days until the Samsung stuff pops. So I'm gonna save all that. I'm gonna try to cap my excitement for next week for that. You're right. Wow. So that's when we have the actual Unpacked event. But
when's the Unpacked event, by the way?
The 11th. The 11th. Yeah.
Oh, that's next. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I have plenty of energy for that. So I ain't even gonna do y'all like that this week, right? I mean,
I'm still got 2 weeks because that's on Wednesday. You got 2 weeks.
Yeah. So there you go. Y'all ain't gotta hear about me talking about that stuff. And actually, seriously, I can't do it anyway. So that's
I need Apple to release something real quick.
that's the main reason why y'all ain't gonna hear that because I can't.
I need Apple to release something real quick.
But it's Google's time to shine. We're gonna talk about Google Pixel. They came out, they announced, they showed it, gave us a little tease. They didn't really say much. We're gonna dig into that. Also, they one of the announcements with that, they are talking about they are releasing this phone for the first time its own custom system on chip. So they're following in Apple's footsteps with the custom silicon. We're gonna talk about that as well, Keon. But first, the world is on some weird stuff right now. That's why I'm thinking like you moving around during Delta variants and all this weird stuff happening, mask mandates coming back into play. And I just, while I'm thinking about this, I just happened to see this story about LG. Now we know they stepped away from the cell phone game for a minute, right? So
I hope it's the same story I saw.
Well, I was talking about the mask. That's why I prefaced it with the mask, right? So, So we go into the mask, and I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I can get the graphics to work properly here. Let's see. There we go. Let's hide the SmartGuyz banner. Here we go. So, come on, don't flash on me like that. What's happening? There we go. I don't know. Okay, there you go. I got it. Okay, so this mask, it's got a mic and it's got a speaker and it's got purifying stuff in it and it's electronic. And for whatever reason, the whole pandemic thing happened. I was wondering who's going to be the first one to jump out with electronic or some souped up mask. Now, so for somebody like me who work with customers and stuff, I'm actually intrigued in that because like I have to talk to people all the time through that mask and mic on it and everything. You know?
Bro, so I don't know if you saw, but Razer has a mask too, and it's
Yes,
like
I saw that one too. Yes.
black and kind of see
Yeah.
through. It got LEDs and stuff on it, and it had like the mic
Right.
and stuff. I mean, these
Right.
companies they doing it, but who really wants this? Like, not who wants it. Who's gonna buy
Right.
it? I want it. That'd be
I
dope.
want one.
I'm not
I
gonna
want
buy
one.
one.
I mean, yes. I mean, if, the company was giving out them, you're giving them out. Yeah, I would definitely grab one of those. But I mean, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, other than the health stuff that's involved here, just having the microphone so people can kind of hear you clearly. I can only imagine what the thing sound like when you're talking through it, though. You know what I mean? Like, do you sound like Darth Vader or what
I
does
hope
somebody
you could
sound
change
like?
your voice on it. That'd be dope.
That would be kind of cool, right? That would be, I don't know, but what you think about this come out next month, and I don't know what the pricing on it is. Let me see if I can find some kind of.
Yeah, I wish I knew the Razor's pricing because you're gonna have to at least put. What are you thinking? I'm thinking $79.99. Trying to be reasonable.
I think you're gonna go. I think you're gonna go a little
I
higher.
don't
want
to do. I don't want to do 100 over 100. Q.
I'm thinking a little bit under 200 is where it would start. 479 is what I'm thinking.
200.
Because let's think about it, right? This is happening, right? So is that these motorized? So it's got a 1,000 milliamp hour battery. This is what the battery is doing. The battery is controlling the microphone and the purifying pump thing that's in there, right?
Right.
Kind of like so it's working the whole time it's on your face, right? And if you use it, you're gonna want it to last for a long time. So that battery is 1,000 milliamp. Can't even imagine what that. What's 1,000? What's in the ballpark of 1,000 milliamp battery? I don't know.
A small phone of like a tiny, like the iPhone Mini may have like
because it's like a 1,300, something like that, right? Okay, so that'll get you through the workday probably, right?
No,
so,
I mean it's a mass. It's not doing. It's doing something, but it's not doing a lot. So it's gonna get you through like at least a week. It better.
Well,
let me say that.
You think it'll go through more than one day? On
that it better give me a week. I'm not charging this up when I charge up my phone.
I know, but I like the idea of it though. And this is the second generation version of it, and like you said, Razer has one too, and I think another company
Razer didn't have a price on it. I just checked, so I'm kind of upset about that.
But who had the?
But I
Razer,
can't.
Is Razer the one with the RGBs on theirs?
Yeah. Project Hazel.
Yeah, a bunch of wasted battery, but yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? so there's that, right? And I think that's cool. That I think something like this will actually help, and encourage more people to kind of put masks on and stuff when they go outside. But or maybe not because people don't want to pay for masks. It is one hard time.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got to do something like an $80 or something.
Right. Yeah. So I guess
you your phone, man.
No, it's the tablet, right?
Oh my god.
You put this pen down. We do that, right? I'm playing with a pen. I'm fidgeting with it. But yeah, so I guess so. If they're hard enough, it's hard enough to keep them to where the free ones that they have at the door when you walk in. How we gonna get you to buy a $200?
See, I got like I don't know 5 cloth masks, and I'm kind of good. Like there's some masks with nice designs that I want, but I'm just like I already got masks, so the mask has to be something special for me to buy another one now.
Right, I was getting ready to go back to work. I saw all these cool masks from all these different companies and manufacturers and stuff, and I ordered like 4 of them. And they were kind of expensive and whatnot. And then Samsung says, "Well, no, the only mask you wear while you're working is the Samsung mandate that we issue you." You know what I'm saying, right?
That's what you get.
I know, right?
Working for the enemy, bro.
It was pretty messed up, but that's what it was, right? I don't know. But the next one I had was what was it? It was the I'm thinking it's on the tip of my tongue while I think it's loading up. Surface Duo.
Wait. Before you leave on, did you read the story where LG in Korea are going to start selling iPhones in their stores?
Yes, I did see that. And I saw the headline, and I was like I'm gonna come back to that because it was confusing to me. I was like, what?
So LG has like actual stores, just like Samsung and Google have. LG has actual stores in Korea where they sell like their appliances and their computers and all that stuff like that. But now they say since they're out of the smartphone game, they can't sell their own smartphone, so they sell somebody else's smartphone, and they chose iPhones out of everybody. They chose iPhones. Wow. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess you know what. they they was messing around with Android, and Android ran them out of business. Now that let's do a trial and true thing. We know we can sell these things. And I think if I look at the earnings, I saw a call with the earnings call or whatever, the earnings report, and it looked like Apple's still the king of the earnings for the end of quarter, going into quarter three. So yeah, it comes to what you gonna sell. Yeah, you better sell it damn out.
Like you can't sell your own phone, you might as well sell something.
Right, you might as well, right? And am I missing chat? Am I missing something in chat?
Nothing good in chat. I do see you guys, Chat Squad. I see you, Josh, AB, JG, Chris, CJ. I see all y'all.
Oh, yes, no, it's a lot of people. And so I'm missing a bunch of stuff. You talking about you ain't missing?
I mean, everybody just saying what's up. They greeting each other.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize everybody was here. What up, y'all?
They missed me.
Oh, that missed you? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So yeah, Naki, I already know how you feel.
Okay, I'm glad you do.
and how you felt about the Microsoft Surface Duo. Yep. So now look at this one, right? They got it. This thing is it's terrible looking.
Okay, I'm glad you see that too.
Right? It looked pretty rough, but working with here is they changed the camera, right? So the camera is supposed to be improved. That was one of the things that was really bad on the original one, among other things, Ken, that we, for the sake of the show, I ain't gonna tear it down too bad, but I think we're on the same page with it. I think we're on the same page with it, right?
So my thing is, if you have a phone that has a bad software experience, not bad design, but not the best design, your cameras aren't good, your battery's not good, you have a lot of things you can fix. And for a foldable phone, for me, especially when both of your screens are on the inside, the camera is not the first thing I'm fixing. I need to fix software first. I need to fix battery first. I'm looking at Samsung and who's the other company, Huawei, and I'm seeing how they're doing their foldable phones, where at least part of the screen is on the outside. Why am I not doing that? Like, camera is not the first thing I'm fixing on this phone.
So now to Microsoft's defense, with the Duo ain't supposed to be in the same class. You the one. Remember when we first talked about this? You're the one who tried to put this phone in the same class as Samsung Z Fold and the Huawei Mate, right? And I was telling you,
you gotta punch up. You can't go for the smaller ones.
Listen, I was telling you, it's not in the same class. It's not, right? It's a foldable. I'm not gonna get into it because I already did a rant about it. David, speaking of which, David Russian is.
I know, David just jumped in.
You came into the chat at the right time, right? Because Keon is destroying the Surface Duo 2.
I'm not destroying it. I'm just looking at it.
No. What I'm saying is, you were the one trying to put the Duo in the same class as the Fold, the Flip, and the Mate.
So is this like a budget fold device?
It's not a foldable device. So you remember the K50, whatever that LG piece of crap was, velvet thing. You know what I'm talking about?
The wing?
No, not the wing. The
velvet,
the dual
like the
display.
old school phone?
No, it came out 2020. It's like a dual display K80 velvet or something. It's called.
Oh yeah. The one would you snap on the screen?
Yes. So the Duo is the same situation as that. So you wouldn't call that a foldable. You wouldn't call that a foldable.
But that's trash. What you want from me, Q? I'm here giving out the truth to these good people.
The point I'm trying to make is that Microsoft is not trying to do what Samsung and Huawei are trying to do. They're doing something different. They're going after productivity and user experience, right?
So David is the only person I know that has ever even wanted to touch a Duo.
He's a user, right? So he know that it's about the productivity. It ain't really about the whole seamless and the display and all of that, the presentation. It ain't about that. It's about what can you do with this device to make your work.
I thought businesses were about making money.
People bought David.
I'm just asking questions. David, you're in the chat right now. How do you like your phone? Like, be honest. Like, when you look at the Fold and you look at all these other foldable phones, how do you like your phone? Do you appreciate it because it's I don't know, Microsoft. Like, I don't, I can't wrap my head around why somebody would buy this. Like, that's my thing. I just can't.
Right,
I
right, right, right.
unless you
You
just
know,
want a foldable phone and you can't justify, $2,000 for the Samsung and the
right,
LG is, it's LG dead. So like,
right.
I can't really justify why somebody would go out and buy this phone.
I would have to agree, and that's just somebody who has used like the Z Fold and the Z Flip. I can say that the
Look at that!
experience
Look
is
at that! Look at
completely
that! Look at that! Look at that!
it's not his main phone. He just used it as so maybe he was curious. Maybe it was a curiosity
But this
factor,
is what
right?
I'm saying. Like, even he knows as a user that
Yeah,
this phone. What's the best way to say this? This phone has potential.
yeah.
We can
I mean,
improve
it
this
has
phone so
potential.
much. And especially with
So
Microsoft and wanting to connect everything together, they can easily start with connecting it with, the computers and doing stuff how like Samsung does DeX.
right,
Like,
yeah,
help out
yeah.
with that.
Which makes you surprised that Microsoft didn't really do that. I'm
Hmm.
surprised that the phone doesn't have more interactivity with the computer. Like that's a little bit worrisome to me. I thought it would do that. Maybe this second generation, maybe it will. Who knows? And again,
Hopefully.
looking at this second generation, this model that they got up here, I really don't believe this what because I don't like they changed much on it. They just changed the camera. That looked like
But
somebody did that in art class.
remember when the first Duo came out, they had like four different days where they showed you, each part of the phone. So right now they're just showing you
Yeah.
the outside. Who knows what's
Oh,
gonna happen
maybe
next?
okay. Because if they keep the same, I mean, you keep it similar, but you do a little something different with it. Okay. Now Keon, listen, I know you an Apple guy. We know you an Apple guy.
That's
We
right.
there's no ain't no debating that. We know,
Right, right,
right?
right, right.
But you also you're a Google dude, right?
I am. I
Okay.
am.
Now listen, what if Google told you that they see what Samsung is doing with their ultra quote unquote ultra phones, and they see what people like Xiaomi is doing because they got an ultra phone as well, right? I guess you can call it Pro Max or Ultra. You can put that in the class, I guess. I wouldn't, but
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but it's okay.
I wouldn't do it, but I guess some people would. But Google is saying this time Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro.
That's
They're
right.
not playing around. This is not
Right.
no mid-range BS that y'all used to. It's a phone that's just clean and nice and it's the Google experience. This is supposed to be their foray into playing with the big boys. Okay.
Hmm.
So what do you first of all, what you think about the idea of that? Like them saying that.
So Google has always done, at least from what I can remember, since the last part of the Nexus days, they've always done like a phone and then an XL phone. And the XL
Yeah.
phone was slightly better, bigger battery, blah 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 blah. But it didn't change too much. So now with the 6 and the 6 Pro, the Pro really has a difference. Like, it's not just going to be a bigger version of the 6, it's going to be better display with better refresh rate and better camera. It's going to have a lot of different things,
Yeah.
which is for me a double-edged sword because nowadays I like smaller phones or like the mid-range size phone,
Yeah.
but I
And they would
wanted
have
to
came to
have.
that for a little more.
Yeah, and I don't want to be missing out. And that's what,
Yeah.
iPhone did for a long time. iPhone's like if you wanted to have the camera, the screen, or whatever, you had to buy the big phone. Nowadays it's
Yeah.
not as much. But so I'm kind of on edge. I like that they're doing it, but it kind of sucks for the people who like the smaller phones. But both the
Yeah.
phones are relatively big, so
They
it's not
are.
gonna make that
Mhm.
much of a difference.
So and this is the image that we showed you like a couple months ago. You was like, no, I hope that's not what it is, and I was like, yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's what it is. But listen, I think that's an elegant design. I
Are
think,
you on Verge right now?
yeah.
Scroll all the way down. There should be like another picture with the phones on them.
Uh,
No, no, right there. Yeah, yeah. So on the
okay,
left are the Pro with the black, the gold, and silver, and then the right
okay,
is the regular with like the colors.
yeah. So this is what I think. I think that's a nice design. It still holds true to what Google has done with the Pixel in the past, but it's like they still letting you know with the little that board with the cameras and all that in there.
Hmm.
Hey, look, we ready to play with the big boys too. Now, I didn't get in. of course, they didn't give us too many of the specs. I don't know.
Not yet.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least 120 hertz refresh.
So it's 150 on the Pro and 90 on the. I'm sorry, not 150. 120 on the Pro and 90 on the regular.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's you have to. I think this like, and I'm telling you, if the next iPhone come out and it don't have at least 90 hertz,
we don't need it.
We
don't need it.
Yes,
we don't need it.
I'm not even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it today. I'm chill.
All right.
But
also,
no,
the Pro has the 2K screen and the regular has a 1080p screen, so there's another difference.
Right. Yeah.
But then most of the rest should be. I mean, besides battery, hopefully the cameras are the same. I'm not sure about the cameras.
I think the cameras are different. I didn't know. Yeah, I think they are, but I didn't see exactly what the specs were on them. But the Pro was supposed to have some big bad. I think there was a periscope camera in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the 4x zoom thing that they have.
Yeah. So, I mean, but what you think about this ultra class? What you think about that class?
What do you mean ultra class?
Well, like the Xiaomi Mi 11 and the S21 and the
the powerful phones.
Yeah, the ultra, the
the pros, the big ones, the better ones. I mean, like I said, they're nice. I like I said, I appreciate what the manufacturers are doing with making like the all out. This is a phone that you want to do everything with. Samsung's been doing it for a while with the Note series. Samsung has been doing it for a long time. And companies, they kind of do it here and there, but like I said, for me, Samsung, at least for American manufacturers, are like the main people who do it. And I appreciate it. It's just like I said, just the fact that when they do the Pro, it's usually only one phone. It's like it's going to be our big phone, like size wise. It's going to be our expensive phone. Like you're paying, but you only get like one choice. Whereas I like it. I like it that they're doing it. I
like it, except for in one instance. It was one instance where, and it was my people who did it. It was the Samsung folks who did it. It was one instance where they presented this, and I thought it was done very poorly and in very bad taste. It was, I don't know if you remember 2019.
Was it the
Note 10? Yeah. Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I'm like I feel so strongly about this, is because in my opinion, and because I sold these phones, right? I don't think Samsung had any intention of anybody ever buying the Note 10.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like, I don't like it if you do like the Pro is amazing and then the regular is literally nothing. Like, don't get this trash.
Like what? Like, we just gonna sit here so we can sell this one, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it seemed like to me. I wasn't a huge fan of that, and I felt bad for anybody who actually bought. Like they were like, well, this one is like $200 less, and I'm like, dude,
just not even worth it. It's not exactly. It's not even worth. Either keep your phone from the past year or spend the money. Like, it's not even worth it. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Now the next one with the Note 20, it was a little bit different because the Note 20 was a lot better than what the Note 10 was, but it's still, I think it was still a ploy to sell the Ultra. Like, it was still, and I think that's why they do the it was when the SE, what was it, the regular, the Plus, and the Ultra. Nobody's buying the little. Ain't nobody buying the little one. Like, I remember the S10e. Remember the S10e? Ain't nobody buying it, but old guys.
So, and I was about to say, I kind of one thing I like about it, or one thing I feel a ways about, is when companies do two versions. Like, for me, there's a it's not called paradox of choice. It's called like when you have too many options. Like, I like where you have the Pro and the regular, and then sometimes like Apple does, you can get the Pro in two sizes, or you can get the regular in two sizes. Yeah. That's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot.
It's a lot, right? And
but,
it's a lot of models.
I see but Google's just doing Pro and regular, and I kind of like that. I kind of like this. Either you want to go all in, or you just want regular. That's how I feel about it. So.
Right. I mean, because honestly, a lot of people, because I'm sitting, I know I talk to the customers. They looking at the S21. Like, I came and look at the S21, and they looking at it, and then they look over at the S21 Ultra, right? And like, first off the bat, the S21 Ultra don't even look like the S21, right? So they confused already. Like, what is that, right? And I'm like, then they'll ask me like, well, okay, well.
Isn't there a Plus or something? A Pro?
So there's a Plus. There's S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra. So like, they look at it, and and they holding the plus in their hand because that's the one that most people are drawn to. And then they look over and they be like, "Oh, well, what is that? That's the S21 too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the Ultra one." They're like, "Oh, well, what's with all of that?" And then I'm like, "Okay, well." Then you got to go into the whole explanation, like, because basically they're not in the same class. It's like it's a completely different phone. It's completely different, right? And then I don't know. It's just a weird way that they got it set up and everything. So with that being said, as John said, he got the Note 20 Ultra. I do too, bro. Note 20 Ultra gang in the building. That's good, right? Yeah.
iPhone gang in the building. See you, Joe. I see you.
Yeah, Josh, we got these iPhone
He
guys.
playing the fence. He playing the fence.
Yeah, he's straddling the fence a little bit. Okay, Ken. So I've been wanting to get your take on this because you the first one to holler M1 all day, right? That's you.
All
That's
day.
your slogan.
All my computers got M1 in it all day.
Shut it down. Calm down.
Let's go.
Calm down. So listen, the M1. Look, let's be real, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has not disappointed at all, right?
At all.
It has lived up to every bit of the hype. It has. Now I got my own, thoughts about that, but I will reserve that because I'm not going to.
Can I just jump in and say I sold I just got a new Mac Mini that I got I don't know 2 weeks ago. I sold my iMac 27 inches with 64 gigs of RAM. I have a Mac Mini now with 8 gigs of RAM in the M1 chip, and the Mac Mini is so smooth. So much smoother. I'm just saying,
hey, bro.
Put it out there. M1 all day.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to change my name from Keon X to Keon M1. Let's go.
Keon M1. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So speaking of M1, right? Well, along with the announcement that the Google 6 and the Google 6 Pro, Google also is introducing their new system on chip, Tensor. They in the chip game, okay? They like, hey, we saw what y'all do with that M1. We saw what Samsung did with that Exynos. We see what y'all doing, right? So the what I wanted to pick your brain about was now that everybody is on this custom silicon game, right? Me personally, I can see the advantages, and Apple kind of showed us what the advantages are, and I can also see some disadvantages, like Samsung kind of showed us what the disadvantages were, right? So I want your opinion. Like, if everybody's moving into custom silicon, how do you think that's going to change the game, and how do you think that's going to turn out? And what do you think about people like Qualcomm and Intel, who like what are they going to do? You know what I'm saying?
First of all, shout out to David. I just want to say that. Second of all, he's an M1 Mac Mini family.
Yeah, we go.
But okay, so second of all, it's a lot. That question is a lot. So Google Wise is great. You're starting to control the top down of your product. You're starting to control because you already got the software. You're doing some of the hardware. You're still not doing everything, but now at least you got the processor, so you can make it more optimized for your device. When everybody knows Samsung's Exynos chips perform a little bit better than the Qualcomm chips did, at least back in the day. I don't know about recently.
Well, they had an issue where for like 4 years the Qualcomm outpaced the Exynos, but the 2100 that it came out with last year is it outperformed the 888. So there you go, right?
And then as we know, the Apple M1s for the computers are outperforming Intel, and I don't know anything about Huawei, but when you create your own products, you kind of know what you need. You kind of know what areas you need to focus on. You just know how to make it work with your stuff even better. So in that aspect, we're going to start seeing Android phones, either perform faster, last longer, or just something simple as they're going to last longer in the long term. Like instead of lasting 2-3 years, maybe you're going to last 4 or 5 years now because they're going to be able to do updates and they're not going to be throttled by Qualcomm, because now the only reason why your Android phone only gets 2 or 3 years of updates is because Qualcomm's like, yo, we're not doing this that much longer. Right. So now Google will be like, hey man, we want to support this phone for 10 years, so they're going to be able to do that now. So that's good for them. As far as Intel and Qualcomm goes, it's going to be hard for them to get the business back if it works out. if this works out, it's gonna start getting harder and harder because Google, of course, if it works in the phone, they're gonna move it into like their Chromebooks. If they do tablets again, they're gonna move into the tablets, and that's gonna kick out Intel and kick out Qualcomm, which they have business elsewhere, which is cool. But like, Android's a big business. Like Android is,
I mean, who uses
60-70% worldwide? Like that is.
All the mid to high tier Android manufacturers pretty much lean on Qualcomm. So there's like OnePlus and all those guys. They automatically gonna have like, look, they're not gonna sell a phone unless it's got a Qualcomm. They got some random dual core, quad core BS. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. I'm just saying, like,
exactly. So it's gonna be.
I need to see that Snapdragon logo on there, or I'm not even paying no attention, right?
And then you already had like with the Qualcomm, like let's say Google said, "Hey man, we got the Pixel 6 coming out," and Samsung's like, "Yo, we got our S22 coming out," and then LG. Let's just say LG's still in the game, and they're like, "We got our G10 coming out." And Samsung says, "Hey, Qualcomm, I'm gonna give you $100 billion because I got 100 billion phones," and Google's only like, "I only got 50 million," and then LG's like, "I got $10." You're selling to Samsung first, so the other manufacturers got to wait.
Yeah,
so it is going to make it better, but I don't think, and I don't know yet, but I don't think it's smart for every manufacturer to make their own chip because I feel like that's just going to be. When we have the issue with I forgot the word, but with everybody having their own operating system, it's going to be the same thing with hardware now. So
absolutely, yes. And so the only thing that's kind of good about it is like, especially like when I'm in the thick of it, when I'm trying to sell phones on the like, it's been so hard to maintain inventory this year since January. Well, I came back to work in December, so I don't know what it was like before that. But you can't move no inventory because ain't nobody got no chips. The inventory is so thin on American smartphones because, except for Apple, you can find an Apple phone anywhere, right? You can find an Apple phone anywhere, but with the ones that use like Qualcomm chips or Intel chips or anything like that, you can't find them, or it's extremely hard to find them.
Right.
They send us probably about 6 Verizon phones a week, like 6. Maybe like 12 or 15 unlocked ones.
Wait, like Samsung phones?
Yes, like that have to get us through. You got to get us we do get 2 shipments a week. So now we're talking about 12 phones. Maybe.
But I remember when I worked at Best Buy like a few years ago, we were getting shipments in. We were getting a lot.
So in the wake of this pandemic, kind of clipping the chips down like that. People like Apple showed us, hey, listen, like we've been making our chips for that's what they're gonna say. We've been making our chips for a minute anyway. Blah 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 blah. Right? You don't see it happening to us, right? So yes, that's a plus. I think that's a beautiful thing. Like if you're gonna learn something from somebody, learn from somebody who actually does it right. So like, they've been making their own chips. They don't have this chip shortage ain't affecting them, right? So people like Google and Samsung and that's the thing that I found weird. No Qualcomm in the new. Well, okay, I can't say that, but ain't no.
Yeah, they're gonna get sued.
I forgot I gave it up. So why I say it this way, the chipset's gonna be different for this launch right here. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you're skirting the line right now.
Well, I gotta be careful. We can be careful. You know what I mean?
My God. Yo, if Q's not on the next episode, y'all know what happened.
No, right. I'm extremely sad on the next episode because I lost my job. But but I'm saying, but things had to change. So like that S21 FE that everybody was all excited about, it was supposed to be the phone that was going to be the alternative to the people who didn't want to go all in on the new joints, right? Because a lot of people still ain't sold on that. That's Samsung's third time at the dance with this. At this time they're trying to hit a home run, but there's still some people who are. Yeah, on the new phones that are coming out.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of people who still ain't sold on that, right? No matter what you do, you ain't gonna convince certain people to use things that they're not used to. Like I'm telling you, I
deal with convincing my mom.
Right, I deal with customers on a daily basis who just refuse to buy a smartphone because they don't want to deal with Gmail and all this stuff, right?
They just want to software updates and charging. It's like basic stuff.
Now Samsung is trying to tell you that you got to buy a phone that does all this weird stuff, and there's no other alternative, right? So the FE was supposed to be that. Because of the chip shortage, we're not going to get that. Not at least until later, right? So having your own chips is I mean, that's the way to. I mean, if you in a position to do it, if you a Google, big gigantic company, if you're an Apple, big gigantic company, if
So
you're a
what, you
Samsung,
saying like OnePlus can't do it yet?
I think they need to stick with Qualcomm for a little bit.
What about Moto? Moto can't do it yet. It's so crazy. I don't know what brands are still relevant.
Yeah. No, Moto's still around.
I know, but like
a lot of them phones don't even use Qualcomm. So they use some different kind of thing. I think they use some Intel quad core, dual core, some stuff like that. A lot of them don't even use a Snapdragon.
I'm gonna start having to say like Blue and whatever other
right.
They got.
It's rough out there, man. And I'm telling you, if you ain't making your own chips, man, you ain't gonna be able to launch. And you got to change your launch, right? I think Samsung is scrambling. I'm be honest. I think they're scrambling with this launch. Everybody, like the Note fans, are ready to come with the pitchforks and torches right now.
Like I said, they need to get their marketing. If they get their marketing on point, which, like I said, usually they do.
Yeah,
they're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. But
yeah,
that marketing is gonna make or break it. I promise you.
Yeah, and I was telling Joshua the other day at work. I've seen some of the marketing, and I'm telling you, it's either gonna get people to think, or it's gonna piss a lot of people off. And that's why I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, man.
Like I said, I showed a couple of them to Josh, and I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with that, right?
Yeah, I might have to watch this Unpacked. I haven't watched them in a while, but I might have to watch this one because it seems like I don't know for sure, but it seems like it's gonna be a big change.
Let Samsung tell it. This supposed to be the biggest launch in the decade. That's what they say.
Wow.
So,
I don't know if you can say this, but is it going to be more than just phones and watches, or this is a phone and watch?
Oh no, everything that's coming. I mean, the Unpacked event has already been posted. I mean, like that stuff I can talk about. I mean, we already know what's coming. We know exactly what's launching. We know fold, flip, buds, and a watch. We already know that.
Oh, okay, so phones and watches. All right, that's nothing. Yeah. I didn't know if any like computers or tablets or.
No. The computers were in May, and I was actually kind of relieved that the tablets are not coming until S22 in January, because I was worried about that I wasn't going to be able to afford a new phone and a new tablet at the same time. So
are we getting that Bixby Galaxy Home?
Ooh, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what would blow my mind, though. I'm gonna tell you what would really blow my mind. I'm gonna tell you what.
This on the next phone.
No, this takes it back to a couple months ago. What if the Samsung Unpacked event opened up with Samantha, that little digital assistant?
Oh my God! Oh, that's what I gotta watch. They need to hire those guys and be like, hey.
Samsung still ain't saying nothing about that. They still ain't said a word about it. I'm telling you,
when I said marketing is going to make or break this phone, go ahead and put what's her name, Lisa, Samantha, Sam.
Yeah,
go ahead and put Sam on the screen.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble, David.
Boy, I'm telling you,
anybody in trouble.
If they open that thing up with Sam popping out on that stage, bro, I think the internet.
You're going to sell a million phones.
The internet will immediately.
So look, you're gonna sell a million phones. It may not be the demographic that you want to sell it to.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna sell the phones.
I'm telling you, right? Hey, listen, that'll get you out of, if you in this type of financial situation. That's how you get yourself out of it.
Mascot.
You know,
Huawei, y'all need to make y'all an American mascot. Y'all be right back here.
Listen, we talked about it during that time when that thing popped off, right? Whatever Samsung needed to pay them dues to get the rights to that, they should have did it, and we don't know if they did.
Easy.
Because look, I'm gonna throw something at you. I'm gonna let y'all think about something before we go. Yeah, I remember as quickly as Sam popped up, she disappeared. she disappeared, right? So what that tell you?
She was good for like a good week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe? but she how quickly she disappeared though. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I'm just saying. You never
they
know.
Put a DMCA out, and they paid. hey. Y'all need to stop doing this right now. Here's $1,000. Go ahead, go somewhere.
Yeah, you never know. Now, Josh, that Freedom Phone thing was crazy, bro. But nah,
that Freedom Phone. Let's not. We can't
even talk about the Freedom Phone on the show because
we get demonetized, get ad banned.
You definitely can't do that. Yeah, we can't talk about the Freedom Phone. Like I had to go on a dark web show to talk about the.
Oh man!
Maybe we'll just do like an audio only podcast and talk about the Freedom.
He showed me that thing.
He showed me that thing, bro, and I'm telling you, I was baffled. I was amazed
that people are buying it.
Well, that it was actually a real thing.
Oh, it's a real thing.
Yeah, and I was like, well, this is is America. You know,
Exactly what Donald Glover said. This is America.
You know, this is America. Hey, listen, I'm glad that everybody came out on Keon's return. Like, it's crazy how Keon can step away for a week and come back, and everybody in the world come out to see him.
Right.
You know, y'all don't give me that same type of. You know, it's cool.
Hey,
though,
Chat Squad is my squad, y'all. All of y'all.
It's
my
cool.
squad right there.
It is quite all right. I ain't even gonna say I'm jealous because I'm not. It don't even bother me like that.
You know what the problem is? You gotta get your Twitter popping.
Listen, listen. I ain't even gonna, because Twitter is weird, right? Because I could be like a certain. Yeah, I don't know, Keon. Your Twitter can bring me down sometime, bro.
Exactly. You gotta get the Twitter popping, bro.
I'd be like, oh no, I was having a good day. What the hell?
That's right. That's right. You gotta change up the energy sometimes. Some people be like, you know what?
You want to get philosophical on Twitter?
Hey,
chaos.
You gotta change up the energy. There you go. Have a breakdown or two on Twitter, and boom, get you some followers.
So I use Twitter sometimes to vent about some stuff because I can't say it on Facebook because too many people know me. So we tell you, the mask mandates went back into effect at work, and it was the most hilarious thing ever, bro. Them hillbillies was mad, bro.
Stop it! I saw you put that on Twitter.
Yo, I had to actually step off the floor. No, the people who work there. No, the customers still don't have to wear them, but the employees do.
Employees hillbillies, Q.
Yeah, they hillbillies. Yeah, they know. They know.
Josh, you hear this, right? He's talking about your coworkers.
Well, no, Josh know, because Josh was standing right there with me when I be saying stuff. Josh know. Josh be watching me. Josh be watching me, man. He be like, "Yo, you okay, bro?" And I'm like, "Man, I can't do it." If it wasn't for Josh half the time, I probably would have lost my mind up in that piece a long time ago. To be straight up with you, because
demographic.
Josh has to explain things to me because I don't understand.
Oh, you got to translate. You got to translate things.
Yeah. He had to let me know. Okay. Yeah, he had to let me know what's happening. So I had to have Josh close to me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Josh, what the hell was that? I was like, what the hell was that? And he'd be like, oh. He said, that was nothing.
Wow. That's how it is, huh? All right.
It's crazy, man.
I'm going to come down there one day.
Okay. Yo, I came in that morning and it was like, man, we got to wear these mother effing masks.
If y'all wore them the first time, never mind. You know what?
Let me
y'all
stop.
Go ahead and get that shot.
Go ahead, what was I saying? I was
done.
I was thinking everybody was coming back. That's what I was doing, right?
That's right.
You threw me on track. Anyway, like I said, I'm not mad that everybody came out to see you, Keon. Even people who ain't seen it in a while. We ain't seen Josh in like many a moon. He pops up out of nowhere. Josh G, what rock he came from under? I ain't seen him in a hot minute.
That's my guy. JG, my guy.
Yeah, I saw Gentle Takeover pop in there for a few minutes. Hey, listen,
talk about her pixel.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you guys supporting our little endeavor here, man. We definitely appreciate it. Ken, we're glad to have you back, right? Yes, and that thing, we kind of rooting for you on your little journey cross country. We got you.
That's right.
You got the team to root for you.
Yo, my hair is wild. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, on that note, Keon, if you have something to add, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
No, I'm good. I mean, hey, man, like I said, Chat Squad, love you guys. Yo, look at the peace sign. Don't even look good with the Anyways, love you guys. Chat Squad.
I got 5 or 6 deltas up in that thing.
Follow me on Twitter. I promise you, it will change your life. If you follow me on Twitter, give me a super follow. I don't even have that yet, but go ahead and give me one.
Is that a
change your life? Not yet. Not for me, because I'm not, verified.
Okay.
You got to be verified, and you got to post like 1,000 tweets. You have to have at least 1,000 tweets on your profile.
Well, I mean, you should be pretty close. Or if you ain't over there yet, you should be close.
Way past 1,000.
You should be, right. I found someone on Twitter interesting before we leave that there's a button at the top that says media library, and every picture you ever posted is in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that was
That's a good way. Like, if you see somebody's, I'm not going to talk about who, but if you see somebody that you like to follow and you want to make sure you want to follow him or her, whatever, check the media out real quick.
See
what they really post.
You ain't talking about Mr. Christina Johnson, are you? Oh, you talking about somebody like that? Oh, no.
I'm just saying, whoever you want to follow,
Yes.
check out the media real quick.
Yeah, I know. I know how to do it now. You guys have been amazing. The shenanigans.
Oh my God.
I was gonna make it through the show without no shenanigans, but then there's King.
No, you didn't.
Anyway,
why'd you think that?
I don't know. We gotta hear y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. We love y'all. Y'all take it easy. We go, man. Peace. Oh my God.